What's up, YouTubers? Travis here, aka Big Trappy. Get on it. Call me that. I'm about to break my video response cherry. That's right, I'm a virgin. I'm going to respond to Angelasbrandnewbag. Can't even see that. Angelasbrandnewbag and Eric's Random World contest with the scary stories. That's why I picked this dark, sketchy setting to do it. I've never personally had an experience, but I had a friend of mine. His name's also Travis. He was in one of my past videos. Buddy I work with. He lived in this old house. I call it an old rock house, and now it's actually called the Rock House. It's a restaurant. At the time, it was in between people. The lady had passed away that was living in it. It's been around forever and ever and ever. Like, you know, if I'm not mistaken, early 1900s. They were living. He was renting it from his uncle or cousin. Excuse me, renting it from his cousin Phil. And big, huge house. And it was just him and his brother and his friend living there. So 3 guys, 3 bachelors, hanging out, living in this huge house, large house, 2-story house. And they always notice weird things, you know, lights being left on and all this stuff, and just crazy things happening. Well, one day, us good old Southern Baptist boys, and he's Methodist, but good old, you know, people with older parents. Parents don't like you to smoke anything, so he would be out on the back porch smoking. Mom might drop by randomly or what have you, but he was outside smoking. Kept hearing a female voice, like a young, you know, female voice of some type, you know, whatever. So much so that he put his cigarette out, like, oh, you know, thinking his mom was coming. Mom didn't want to see him smoking. Put it out, you know, kept thinking he heard something that real that he was putting his cigarette out, going and checking, coming back. Then a friend of his was coming over. A friend of his came in, you know, he heard the same thing, and then ended up later on, like, seeing a small girl. I know that's like, this was before that was done a million times over in movies. You know, the small, scary girl. But I thought that was pretty freaky. I later lived in the house behind him. It was a small gardener's home or something, 1-bedroom apartment. And he had already moved out from there. But there was nobody living there. But the same thing, and I would always, on a regular basis, see the light on in the top room that they always said was freakishly haunted or whatever. So I hope that's scary enough to get me in on the contest or the drawing or whatever. It's my first video response to pop my VR cherry on this whole YouTube thing I'm starting to do. And also appreciate it to Collarbone. I'm hoping that's right. If it's not, you know, he gave me a shout out. I appreciate it very much. Thanks. And I appreciate all the subscriptions everyone's getting me. Bagwell Dr. Buster, other people to subscribe. Thanks. Appreciate it. And as always, don't forget, love you to the moon and back.